Buongiorno.
Nice to meet you. So my first question is, when season 2 is coming, actually?
Oh, she's gone straight to season 2.
No, I'm joking. So, I'm gonna start with a phrase that is said by the character of Jason Tobin, Lovehall, but it's a question for all of you, actually. So he says, you don't have to see yourself the way the society sees you. And I think that's a focal point for me in the story, because from there, then things start to happen and people start to, act in a different way. So can you share with me a comment on that, please?
I suppose, like for me personally, I'm from Hong Kong. My dad's English, and in Hong Kong I never felt Chinese enough. I'd be told that, oh, you're not Chinese. And then in England, I'm not English enough. So in that way, I kind of relate to the idea that you don't have to be what people want to see you, and you can be who you want to be. And it's probably the reason why I became an actor, so that I could just be whoever I wanted to be. It didn't matter what someone thought of me or what box they wanted to put me in. I hope I answered your question. I'm not sure.
What do you think are related to your characters also? Do you think that when you take part of the story and you started to know about the script, what was your first impression, about the stories of your characters?
I played William Punch Lewis. He was an absolute gift of a part. He's the MC in the ring, introducing all the boxers. And he was just a breath of fresh air, really. I had an amazing time playing him. Hopefully he brings sort of energy and a comedic element to proceedings, in contrast to all the sort of rough and tumble of the boxing fights. So yeah, it was a wonderful character to take on.
Yeah, I play Alec Monroe, and when I first came across the character, I was just honoured to play a man who was leading with love always. He wasn't under the kind of the pressure of suffering. I mean, they're all suffering, It's everyone has an ambition that they're trying to achieve in this story, but I was just proud to play someone where the focus wasn't on, a man being, persecuted for how he specifically looked or how he spoke. It was really about the obstacles that came along because he wanted to achieve his dreams. So yeah, it was an honor to play him.
It's about the relationship, because we have two different kind of relationship with two brothers, Alec and Zachariah, and but like you said, they are going after an ambition. But my question is, even if they are, we can say coming from different worlds, they all going in the same direction, kinda, but they're facing different struggles because of their character, their nature, we can say, because one Alec, it's some kind of guide for Ezekiah, because Ezekiah is very instinctive, and also the brother of Guxon, it's trying to keep him on the right road, but we will see that it's very tough. So I would like to ask you, when you were shooting these scenes, do you talk about your character to each other? There was a share of kind of confrontation of the historical facts, or did you already know all the story before the beginning of the shooting?
So me and Stephen worked on our backstory, so how we grew up, we were in the workhouse, struggled to survive. I mean, the infancy rates in the workhouses was low, do you know what I mean? A lot of young children died, and then so sugar protected me throughout my childhood and then as an adult. And then I think the roles are starting to slowly turn in this, where Treacle can see that sugar is slowing down a bit. He's not once as he used to be, and it's a struggle to say to someone, you're not once what you used to be. And I think men back then, men still now, don't really communicate that well. So then when it came to us doing the scenes, we knew where we were going, but there's a gift of just finding it in the moment, especially with Stephen. We have that trust, so each take would be different really, so we would never really sit and obsess, oh, I'm going to do this or you're going to do that. It was very instinctual, and I'd known Stephen at this point for like maybe 10 years, so there was a level of trust there already where we could just play.
I think also like reading the script, I saw like lots of similarities as well within Alec and Treacle. You know, I think the when you speak of them being like guidances for the, you know, for Hezekiah and Sugar, they really do kind of selflessly are always looking out for them, you know. Treacle was always looking out for Sugar in his own way, but of course they're very different men. So the way Alec expresses himself, the way, you know, the front-footed nature of him, you know, being from Jamaica as well, it's like you see the similarities clearly in the brothers, and that was beautiful for me to read as well.
But all of the working class characters in this story are fighting to survive. You know, Alec and Hezekiah land in post-industrial revolution London, in a really deprived part of East London, you know, and it was a melting pot of loads of kind of different characters, and you've got to fight to survive, you know, and that's what this story, through Stephen Knight's phenomenal writing, explores.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, like you're saying, like there are these many teams, are also these melting pot of people, like encountering each other's fate. I think they are still, you know, echoing in these times because they are still relevant today.
Yeah, of course.
And so how do you believe actually this story can inspire people to unite, or, you know, to have a reflection of what is going on, like, in nowadays society?
Well, the whole of Europe is in a cost of living crisis. So that's the argument, isn't it? You want to, yes, this is a period piece and set in the 1880s, but you want to make it relevant to a modern day audience. And as we've just established, it doesn't actually seem that kind of different at all. So there's fantastic relevance to it all, yeah. Very poignant.
What was it like for you to play in these characters, like the reconstruction of the 19th century that you take in part? Like, you have like beautiful costume, you have to adapt the language also to like it was at that time. So did you work on sets, or there were like real locations? How it went, and actually how it took to realize all the series?
I mean, both. Like, there was real locations that we went to, like Aylesbury, for example, that represented the West, the West End part. This is when like boxing became more established, and there's also like the set build. You know, that was in Mortlake, in England, UK. So we had a mixture of both, but the detail, the attention to detail on everything was just amazing. So there was so much to kind of envelop yourself in, as opposed to imagine these things, you know. Like, it's an amazing team costume as well. Like, as soon as I'm sure I speak for everyone, as soon as I put on the costume, the garments is what I'll call them, it just puts you back in that time. It's like the posture that you have when you have a three-piece suit on. You know, it's just very different to how we walk around today.
Unfortunately, I never got to go on location. I was just stuck in the pub all the time. The Blue Coat Boy. I was desperate to go and have a set visit. Checking the barrels, yeah. So yeah, I was stuck in the pub.
But yeah, like I said, it was like an amazing team, like an incredible example of collaboration to make everything, you know, come to life.
And I think all the costumes were handmade as well.
They were handmade.
They were all handmade.
Yeah.
Even like the boxing boots, they got made in Canada.
Okay.
Who's the costume designer? Do we
Maya.
Fantastic work.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Thank you so much for sharing this with me. It was amazing talking to you, and like I really enjoy it. So like, yeah, I'm waiting for season 2.
Just you wait for season 2.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye.